Welcome to Craig Ryvac. Yeah, what a spot this is. Some place. You've seen some of the footage, I guess. Yeah, right across to Glencoe from where we are. So we're kind of off to the east end of Glencoe. Came along Loch Lyon. Yeah, fantastic day. I mean, good and bad. Yeah, the bad stuff. Yeah, that ride wasn't really rideable for the most part. So anyway, it's too soon to talk about it. It may always be too soon to talk about, to be honest with you. But yeah, now the views up here, just off the charts, really is. Oh, and the weather, fantastic. Yeah, anyway, so on my own, solo one this time. To be honest with you, I don't think the wife would have put up with that. It was basically pushing all the way up from what is it, Lochlan? It's the one just off Glen Lyon. It's a reservoir and dam. I've forgotten the name of it now. That's annoying me. Anyway, yeah, up along the north side track of that, and then basically right up a kind of quarry up to these tops. But yeah, I mean, what are we? According to my watch, we're bang on 2,500 feet. So we're only a few feet off the top. I think the top of this one's 2,555 according to US maps. So that's the kind of height we're at. Yeah, no, fantastic. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starving. That took ages to boil. Had one of those old canisters from the winter, or maybe it was last year. So I was a good citizen, trying to get it used up, but took like 20 minutes to boil some water or something. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, got a lot of time just to enjoy this evening, and I'm gonna. Fantastic. Right, yeah, and everything. I don't have the action cam with me today either, so all the footage is from the big camera. So yeah, maybe a little bit of a different feel. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, let me know what you think. But anyway, I think I'll get the water going again and make dinner. Because I'm Hank Marvin. Right, let's enjoy the sun for 2 minutes. Oh, this looks comfy. Oh, a bit of bone. Oh, well, what an evening. Yeah, just approaching the kind of, what you call it, golden hour. The sun's heading down behind Ben Nevis. I think it's about 45 minutes or something, according to my watch. So, lovely colours. The wind's gone down. It was cold earlier. It was, I took out the wind meter. It was constant 13, 14, 15 miles an hour, 10 degrees. Doesn't sound like much, but it was enough to get the gloves and hat and what have you on. So, but yeah, as you probably saw, I went off for some water earlier on, down to a pond that I'd spotted, or a pond, bog, let's be honest, on the way up. So I had that in mind, that was my water source. Turns out the water was pretty manky actually, so I had to go over the front towards Glencoe, down a good couple hundred feet to find, there was various other kind of boggy bits, but yeah, again, a little manky. Eventually I got far enough down that I succeeded and got what I needed. But yeah, it's a word. So a little bit of experience. Some of these ponds and bogs and what have you, they're not always that clean. Anyway, or it's not dirty, it's just full of growth of various things that I don't want to drink. Anyway, so yeah, it's all sorted now. Yeah, it's all in the past. But yeah, what lovely evening. Really, really lucked out. We'll see. I'll spin you around in a minute, but it's kind of going these hills that go in that kind of layered way that you get when the sun goes down. It's quite hazy. There's no there's no definition of clarity in the hills, but it's fantastic. And I think it looks like the sun's going to go down right on top of Ben Nevis, which is, well, that's kind of cool, isn't it? So, yeah, fantastic. Having spent a beautiful evening in the surrounding wilds, there was little left to do but watch the sunset over Ben Nevis before heading off to bed and seeing what the morning would bring. What a morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Not a bad view from the hotel window, I think you'll agree. Yeah, so I slept okay. The tent's actually on a little bit of a slant and ended up moving around. Only one person in a two-man tent doesn't help either, but I slept quite well, so that's good. As well as you ever do in a tent. Yeah, glorious. Again. Just seen a train go past actually, down the West Highland line down there. On its way up to Inverness. You can see off in the distance, Rannoch Station, can just make it out. So, yeah, anyway. Well, got my first coffee. I'm still quite hungry. I ate quite well last night, but obviously, yeah, yesterday's efforts took a toll on me. So I'm starving, so I think it's time to get breakfast on. And then it's slowly packed up. What time is it? It's 9:15, so not an early start by any manner of means, but that's okay. I dare say I've been an awful lot quicker down. It's going to be back out the same way. There is another hill over there, Meal Cruin. I might have a look and nip up to the top. We'll see. I kind of skirt around the base of it. It seems like I might as well whilst I've got the opportunity. But apart from that, yeah, much the same as yesterday. Back down that hill. It was so steep that I'm not even going to be able to ride down quite a lot of it. I think I'm going to have to push. Such is life. Anyway, that's a problem for later. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy the sun. Knowing that the journey back down the hill would be a lot easier than the previous day, I took my time and potted around the summit area, taking in the morning views, breakfast, and of course, more coffee. What I didn't bother filming was the 40 minutes on my hands and knees looking for my road lavalier mic clip. However, my persistence paid off. With the offending item found and pocketed, it was soon time to start packing up the camp and prepare to leave this fantastic perch above Rannoch Moor. Well, I've had my lunch, done my best Paddington Bear impression, marmalade sandwiches. Excellent. So we're at the top of the steep bit now. So it's downhill obviously, but I think I'll have to push some of it downhill because it's too much for me anyway. I'm sure those that would relish going down some of that stuff, but that's not for me. Anyway, back down to the dam reservoir, and put back to the car. What a day! I almost don't want to leave. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes. I think I might sit here for 10 minutes more. As I think I've alluded to in previous videos, I've always been fascinated by the old traces of history that people have left behind in these glens. Echoes of lives once lived that are now little more than lumps of scattered moss-covered rocks. The shieling remains here are in better condition than many I have come across. You could even call some of these piles of rocks a wall with little imagination. Anyway, with the end only a few miles away, down a straightforward track, I lingered here a while, exploring the remnants and enjoyed what would be the last final quiet moments of this adventure. Oh, back in the car at last. Oh, it's roasting. Let's take these off 2 seconds. Well, fantastic trip, as you've seen, really. Weather brilliant, views brilliant. But yeah, it's, it'd be negligent of me, I think, not to address the elephant in the room. That route is not really doable. By any normal person unless you love pain, suffering, and hike a bike. I mean, to give you an example, I think I saved the ride, if you can call it that, at the top, campsite, whatever, in Strava or Commute or Garmin or whatever it was said. Average speed was 0.9 miles an hour for the day. So that's a new all-time low. So that kind of puts it into perspective. It was absolutely brutal, and I have to reluctantly not recommend doing that route. But yeah, well, I'm glad I did it. I won't do it again, as is often the case with many of the things I do. But anyway, it was brilliant. I've had my fill of outdoorsness. No, it was great. So yeah, well, I think that's about it, really. Well, thanks for watching, if you've got this far, and join us in the next one. Thank you.